Hi, friend. It's your home speaking, and I need some favors. Could you turn on some of the lights in the basement? I'm scared of the dark. Also, this one is easy. Could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico so we could save money? Last thing, just a suggestion. Could you steam clean the carpets? I need a spa day.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
In life, lots of things will come between you and your money, but a bank shouldn't be one of them. With the KeySmart checking account, we've removed some of those roadblocks. Having no monthly maintenance fees, no surcharges at 40,000 ATMs, and no minimum balance requirements means you have more power to spend how you want. Which makes sense, seeing as it's your money and all. Introducing KeySmart Checking. KeyBank opens doors.
Visit key.com/keysmartchecking. KeyBank is member FDIC.
And characters, the largest streaming TV library.
Surely a shiny new PCI Express Gen 4 system is gonna absolutely... Surely a shiny new PCI Express Gen 4 system is gonna absolutely blow the doors off your old Gen 3 one, right? Well, yes, but maybe not for the reason that you would think. MSI sponsored this video where we are going to be digging deep into the performance impact of turbocharging your PCI Express speed. Why did they sponsor that when their marketing so prominently features PCI Express Gen 4, you might ask? Because MSI don't give a f what PCIe Gen you buy, as long as it's MSI. So, LOL, here we go. If you've never heard of our Tech Quickie channel and you're wondering what the... I think this backplate actually took the brunt of it.
Oh, nice.
If you've never heard of our Tech Quickie channel and you're wondering what the Sam Hill of PCI Express is, the TLDR is it's the method that modern CPUs use to communicate with virtually everything else in your PC. And the total bandwidth available to it for high-speed graphics or storage or networking is determined by two things: the number of lanes the CPU can allocate to a device and the speed at which those lanes can operate. Think of PCI Express kind of like a highway. Adding more lanes is challenging because it requires more interconnects, which makes the components larger and more complex, adding cost. By contrast, if you could just make all the cars drive faster, that's way more economical, as long as you can keep them from crashing. So engineers at PCI SIG and its members have been working hard to improve data integrity, allowing these PCI Express links or lanes to reach higher and higher clock speeds. Each generation since the first has roughly doubled the speed of each individual lane, with PCI Express Gen 4 offering nearly 2 gigabytes per second per lane. That means that our featured card here, an MSI GeForce RTX 3090 Supreme X, can be fed at nearly 32 gigabytes per second on a compliant motherboard. A good thing, right? Because it not only boasts the most powerful GPU on the market, it's factory overclocked to boot. So armed with only the information you have so far, you'd probably think that PCI Express Gen 4 is an absolute necessity for gamers and power users everywhere. But a theory is just that, a theory. We need to put it to the test. So we'll be using a Ryzen 9 5950X and a top-of-the-line MSI X570 godlike motherboard to remove as many other system bottlenecks as possible. We're also going to throw an RX 6900 XT into the mix for Team Red representation. Starting with NVIDIA, our RTX 3090 pulls roughly the same numbers in Shadow of the Tomb Raider with a slight dip in Gen 3's 95th percentile minimums. What that means is that the experience is generally the same, except that when the game hitches or stutters, it's a little bit more severe on Gen 3, though we couldn't detect it with the human eye in this case. In fact, the difference wasn't much beyond our margin of error in any of the tests that we ran, including Forza Horizon 4, F1 2020, and Red Dead Redemption 2, where Gen 3 frame rates are consistently a frame or two behind Gen 4, but no more. Where the pattern doesn't hold is in CSGO. Check out that 60 FPS minimum frame rate drop and 50 FPS average loss. For whatever reason, this game seems to absolutely hammer the PCI Express bus compared to other, newer titles that we tested. So the faster these transfers can happen, the better. On AMD, the story is much the same. Shadow of the Tomb Raider doesn't see any variation, and we're only a frame off in Forza Horizon 4. F1 2020 and Red Dead Redemption 2 also show only a modest difference on Gen 4 versus Gen 3, but then again, look at those CSGO scores. We've gone from over 400 FPS average with Gen 4 to just 311 in Gen 3. That's a difference of almost 30%. From these results then, it's clear that these kinds of gains are rare, but they are out there if you're running the right applications. Also, we expect this speed to become more important as direct storage makes its way into PC games. If you haven't heard of direct storage, it is functionally similar to the way that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series allow the graphics chip to bypass other system bottlenecks and directly access your game storage drive for faster loading times and, Sony says with their implementation, even real-time asset streaming. That's still a ways off on the PC though, so in the meantime, is there anything that can reliably push Gen 4 today? Productivity maybe? On the NVIDIA side, it starts out pretty bleak. Blender sees only a modest improvement in CUDA mode, while optics is a complete wash, but then we quickly found an improvement in V-Ray, where we saw measurable bumps in both CUDA and RTX-enabled workflows. DaVinci Resolve 2 gives us a modest little performance increase, and the same is true for Adobe Photoshop, although that last one in particular was somewhat unexpected. Things start to peter out again with LuxMark 4 though, where we're looking at a roughly 3% improvement, and Octane Bench doesn't meaningfully improve at all. As for SpecView Perf 2020, most of this is so close that we might as well call it a tie outside of Maya's standout 1% increase over Gen 3. Moving over to AMD, the Blender OpenCL result is basically the same between Gen 3 and Gen 4, but unlike NVIDIA, DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Photoshop don't see a major improvement in performance either. Curiously though, where NVIDIA stumbled at LuxMark, AMD shines with a hefty 27% improvement in the food render and 11% in the Hall bench. That is definitely nothing to sneeze at if you use LuxCore Renderer. Finally, SpecView Perf brings AMD back to they're the same picture territory, with little to show for the extra bandwidth that Gen 4 offers. Again, Maya stands out as maybe slightly better, but it's nothing that you're going to want to replace your motherboard for. These numbers both agree with and also contradict some of the earlier results found not only by us when we reviewed the Radeon RX 5700 series, but also by Gamers Nexus, who did a full video on Gen 4 performance back in September. What this shows us is that there's been some quiet movement between then and now, with advances in CPU performance on the platforms that support Gen 4 perhaps being the biggest. We used a Ryzen 5950X today. That is a significantly faster CPU than the 3900X that we used last time and the 3900 XT that Gamers Nexus used in their video. So could it be that Intel's upcoming Rocket Lake CPUs could hold the key to even better Gen 4 performance? We will be checking it out, so get subscribed to make sure you don't miss it. Whatever Intel has up its sleeve though, PCI Express Gen 4, and up for that matter, really weren't made for consumers anyway. At least not directly. I mean, it's great for hooking up more devices to a motherboard chipset. A faster link here means faster storage ports, faster network ports, more USB ports, etc., etc. But for most people, the benefit of Gen 4 is pretty small compared to simply having a faster CPU. It's just that you can't really get a faster CPU without going Gen 4. No, the real reason PCI Express keeps getting faster is because of the data center, and then we just get their trickle-down technology. In a data center, it's not so that they can just shove faster devices into their racks. I mean, that is a thing, but it's more about being able to shove more devices into them and using features like bifurcation and devices like PCI Express switches to split the lanes. If you've got faster lanes, you not only can have faster devices for the same number of lanes, you can have more devices with the same number of lanes without sacrificing the speed that you already have. Incidentally, that's exactly what we're doing with our high-speed NVMe storage server. We've got a Gen 4 carrier card that has 8 Gen 3 SSDs on it running at full speed. If we put that card into a Gen 3 slot, they would end up being bottlenecked because natively that slot only has enough lanes for 4 SSDs. Which actually got us thinking, what if I'm not just a gamer? What if I want to use my system as a workstation by day and gaming rig by night and plug in like 2 graphics cards for some heavy workloads? Okay. So some motherboards, like our MSI X570 Godlike, are capable of bifurcating PCI Express lanes. That means they can take a 16-lane slot like this one up here and split those lanes out to multiple physical slots, allowing more than one device to share the bandwidth that otherwise would have gone to a single device. To find out if this helps, we installed a second RTX 3090 in our system and ran our benchmarks, at least the ones that benefit from dual GPU, in Gen 3 and Gen 4 modes again. And turns out that there's not much benefit here right now either. The few benchmarks where there were improvements with Gen 4 were V-Ray by about 2 or 3% and Luxmark by about a single percentage point. That's it. A little anticlimactic. But if you think about it, these kinds of workloads aren't going to scale linearly in terms of bandwidth required anyway, and where we'd be more likely to see a significant improvement is in crunching deep learning data sets. But that's a workload that
That's not good. What do you mean? I think it can it? Oh, really? So it's pretty bad at that. Is there any other streaming services then? Fair enough. Huh? It's kind of stupid. Have you tried reading?
It's up to bedtime. This is bad time. Show us the way. And if you can't show us the way, forgive us for being lost.
I'm gonna practice my carrier shit. Oh, damn, there's a fire on the deck. There's tons of shit going on here. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes on this thing? Jesus, popping off. Oh, the super carrier is almost in position. Hell yeah. Why is there so much shit on here? It's funny. Maybe who this?
What is up?
Stealth.
Doesn't have a collar on. God damn it. Go shoot.
Okay, are any of these aircraft gonna take off? Because they're all just kind of sitting here in my way. Fuck, I don't think I can use that catapult because that guy's there. Oh, fuck, what a bitch. I'm gonna do it anyways. Oh, stop. I don't think I can land on this carrier either, which really sucks.
With Metro by T-Mobile, your hard-earned money goes further. This tax season, there's 0 fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones when you switch. Now that's the best deal in wireless. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering you to rule your day. All lines lose promo rate if any deal. No fees on select phones. Limit 1 per line with eligible port. Excludes sales tax. Limited time offer. Additional terms apply. See metrobytmobile.com.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a soap opera star.
Gracious me, my car has storm damage and I've had to file a claim. Could it possibly get worse? Will my claims team leave me for someone else? Someone less intense?
No. Actually, when you file a claim with Geico, you get your own dedicated claims team who promises to stay with you throughout the process.
Oh, I've never known such loyalty. I can't wait for the second season.
What is up, everybody?
What's up?
Oh, winter festivities, that's what's up.
What does that mean?
I just had to go chase after my German Shepherd because she was fucking halfway down the block.
Huh.
There's 8 inches of snow at my house.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good here, too. But, I mean, there's probably only like 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah. Where I live, I'm about 200 feet, or about 300 feet above everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
So, we get... I have to go down a 14% grade hill to get down to the highway. To where,
okay.
Like the main road where I can get up to my house. And there's only one way in, one way out.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Matrix, you here? Oh. Oh, I didn't hear you say anything. All I heard when I came in was your mic making static.
There's an A50 just chilling at the airport that they have. There's like 400 Sams right there.
Let me see.
Are both you guys on DCS?
I think it's me.
Okay.
Yep, just me and pilot 46543.
Hey,
Yeah. I'm just doing carrier stuff. The super carrier's right off of Galata.
Do you have the carrier?
No, but I can still land there.
You can't take off from there, can you?
I'll figure it out. I took off from the Stennis all the way out west. Now I'm flying towards that, and then I'll probably land there. I'll probably do some makeshift landing where I use the whole aircraft, or take off though, I use the whole carrier to take off. I don't know, we'll see. How much is the
Supercar? I have no idea, my dude.
I'll have to look. I'll look right now. I don't know. I don't think I do enough carrier stuff to warrant buying it, but who knows.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit longer.
What's that?
Oh, I started my work fan, so I could defrost it, so that way
gotcha.
my equipment in there doesn't freeze up. My wife was reminding me that I had it started.
It's $34. Holy shit.
I wouldn't buy. I mean, it's not worth it to me to buy it. I don't really like taking off from it in the first place.
I'd rather buy a different aircraft or something like that.
I'm not that into DCS. I'll keep my 18. That's probably the only plane I'm ever going to use on there.
You don't have any of the A10s or anything?
Oh, I have A10s. I have a pack that I bought. I have the F-15.
See, I have all the A10s. I have the F-15, and then the F-18, and then I have.
You must have bought Burning Cliffs.
Las Vegas. No, I didn't buy any. I bought them all separately. I've been playing DCS for about a year, but I haven't really been into it like seriously until now.
Hmm? You gonna show a photo, honey? Too much, too fast.
You know, it's always crazy, like, because you'd think the aircraft carriers are so much bigger in the water, but they're really not when you're flying.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Everybody deserves a CarMax car, aka the cream of the crop. Creme de la creme. The bee's knees, the ant's pants, the cherry on top, the icing on the cake. Yeah, a CarMax car. Because every CarMax car is carefully chosen to meet our quality standards, and they're all offered at a fair and upfront price. CarMax, the way it should be.
Against the nastiest horrors I can.
Damn it. You got 2. Oh, 3!
Brace yourself.
He's on the left side. Got it. I'll go, but I don't think I'm gonna get him. Get that on my
Allies headed to the other side.
Come on, guys. Hit it harder. No! Come on! Come on, guys.
Evil's nearly dead. That primeval's not long for this. Burn it down. Take this game. Guardian down. Enemy team's about to win this. Get it. Opposing team's about to win. Income. You made that look simple.
Good thing I came in with those swords.
I got one.
Respawn just in time.
Against the nastiest horrors I can find in this system. And you laugh at my face as you kill them.
Does it have to be in one run, or do I just have to get 4 kills? What's up? Exactly, yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't even need as much power. I mean, I do need as much power as I got, but I didn't need this much power. I could have gone with something more standard and still been able to play all these games. I didn't have to go that big, but I went medium so that way I could, you know, work up to better things. Yeah. 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 Hey, honey. I thought it was gonna be okay. I was like walking down the driveway. I was like, ah, it's not so bad. On the part where it goes by Jim and Sandy's house. And then I walked up, like going towards the guy with solar panels. Yeah, like Barry's house. It's freaking thick. I was like, oh my god. It's going up all the way up my boot. I was like, okay, well, not so much. Alright, I gotta go turn my van off. Oh, I'll get down to the store. I'm not worried about getting to the store. I can walk. Nah. Man, open up.
Hey, Matthew, we need to restock those sleeping bags.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
One of you cover this register?
Like at Anita's outdoor store. To keep sales climbing, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Any credit card can offer cash back, but only Discover matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. It's like getting one of those birthday cards that's shaped like cash, so you already know there's cash inside before opening it. But in this case, it's stuffed with your first year cash back match, and you don't even have to send a thank you note. Cashback match. Only by Discover Card. Learn more at discover.com/match. Discover. Something brighter.